Hello friends, welcome to another training week. Thought I'd start this video by showing off our vacation spot out in Mangawai, or Mangawhai I think it's called. Beautiful white sand beaches. Been practicing my handstands over here and we'll be back in the gym tomorrow. This is the little place that we're staying. There's Denise. Emil is sleeping in there, and I'll be narrating from this couch. Okay, so we are watching the week of January 24th to the 29th. I was using Monday as a prep day because I was planning to do full routines on P-bar and high bar on Tuesday. So that said, we have got confirmation that we can travel to the World Cups. Quarantine has officially been dropped in New Zealand after I think sometime in late February, early March. So yeah, we're going. All the last months of work building up to the routines weren't just all for nothing. So myself, Will and Sam are going to be leaving around the 18th of Feb, and Ethan's going to be leaving from America, and Jordan will be leaving from Christchurch. So Dev, I'm sorry about your back, mate, but Devi can't travel because he hurt his back doing your rings dismount. You know, it's funny, when I come back to high bar after a long time off, the last thing that I get back to are shoulders and endos. So what I started doing more of is those endo circles, which has helped me to switch on the correct core muscles, and I think hip flexors as well. It's not so much that I'm not strong enough, I don't think. There's probably a bit of a lack in strength, but I think it's more that I don't actually know how to activate the right muscle groups during the right time. It's quite a delicate time where if you activate it too late or too early, it doesn't work out. You have to activate all those core muscles right during the bounce at the bottom. So while we're watching myself prepping for Tuesday's routines, we have a senior national squad camp this weekend, where I guess we'll be putting on our uniforms and doing a run-through, a mock competition prior to leaving. Jordan's going to be coming up from Christchurch for that, so there'll be the four of us, I suppose, and I'll be coaching the second day of that squad to replicate what's going to be happening in Doha. I think I've mentioned, but it's quite an exciting trip for me because I'm going to be competing in Kopus and coaching in Doha. Those two youngins, name is Jade and Govan. They actually follow my YouTube channel, so shout out to you, Jade and Govan. I promised them that I'd include a picture in the training video, so there you have it. So here's Tuesday, and here I go. Hand goes up. That means we mean business. So a few pieces still missing, but I was really happy to have gotten through the whole set. So since then, I've decided to scrap straight cachev. Feel like I don't have enough time to really get my full quick twitch back to make that cachev straight. And what I noticed in the new code of points is that pike cachev and straddle cachev got put in separate boxes, meaning you can use both. So I think I'm going to switch out the straight cachev for pike cachev, which will save me a lot of effort. It will let me put Coleman second instead of third, which will make the routine a bit easier for only 0.1 less start value. 0.2 compared to Rio because Yamawaki got downgraded to a C. So I was feeling a bit too tired to throw the straddle cachev at the end of the routine, and didn't bother throwing the quast or the hop full in there either. So there's the salute for P-bar. Let's see how it went. Cindy Makut's there, but I'm not sure why I went to upper arm. I think I wasn't sure whether I was gonna go in between the rails or not. Stutz at the end is still a bit of a struggle. You know, when your triceps are tight at the end of a set, like I know that all I have to do is swing over more, but I'm a bit scared that if I swing back too much, I might collapse or buckle. This week's training though, or last week's training, the week after this one, had quite a clean P-bar routine. I'm back on floor. In the back of my mind, in case I go to Oceania, which I should do, since it's New Zealand's qualification for World Champs, I'll have to do all around. So I might slowly start incorporating some of the other apps into training. Still working on my planches about 3 times a week or so. We got the 2022 goal of legs together planche. Yeah, so the P-bar routine is going to stay the same. What I'm going to do with the high bar is try Pagan, Coleman, pike cachev, straddle cachev, and then the rest like usual. And like I said, slowly incorporating some of the other apparatus as we get closer to Oceania. I was actually really surprised how good I felt. This was my first ring session since Tokyo, so it's been close to half a year. And I felt like, honestly, I felt better than I did in Tokyo. I suppose because the shoulders get some time to recover. And it's not like I'm out of training. I'm training out of the apparatus and still doing my conditioning. So all that is enough, I suppose, to keep you informed. And also, I've been doing the same skills for the last 15 years. Muscle memory probably has a lot to do with it. That's right, I decided to make Thursday a bit of a play day, have a bit of fun, and tried some double back half twists. I've never been too good at getting a good pop from the P-bar dismount backwards because my left elbow likes to bend just before I push myself off to the side. And I think that's actually one of the ways I push myself off to the side, by bending that left elbow, which of course prevents me from getting any kind of a pop upwards off the bar. I think I did 2 giant D-Amid-offs in a row. Yes, I did. That was another first. So one thing I'm doing is, rather than trying to do more routines right now, you know, the build-up has been very limited with how much time we've had. We had the lockdown, then we had Christmas and New Year's break. So I'm not as strong as I usually would be. So what I'm trying to do is do more repetitions of skills, individual skills, and small sequences for the purposes of refinement and almost just for conditioning, really, as well as, of course, doing my general strength too. So I'm not sure if anything else exciting happened that week. A lot of the high bar turns that I took, that I think are coming up, were just taps. I wasn't sure whether to include it or not. Trying to work on pushing my shoulders down during the tap for Gaylord. But I thought I'd include it for my own reference when I look back at my trainings in the future. Oh, that's right. I did end up connecting Coleman to Gaylord too, and getting my hands on the mat. So I think that's coming up on Friday or Saturday. I forget. But no Pagan Coleman connection yet. Alright. All the best for your training adventures, and until next time.
G'day everyone, welcome to Coach's Corner. So we start off with John doing a lovely stutz work on the end. John's been really cranking this week. Nice straight catch-ev, good work. Oh, and a good tip-o for that double layout, which is getting a good turnover. Sam with the stoops, pushing quite nicely towards that handstand. We got Sam with a new floor routine. This is the one when he used to do the 2.5s on the floor, and now he's exchanged that for a double pike. Beautiful full punch double front as well. Sam's been cranking these floor routines really hard, so it's good to see them progressing along quite well. Perfect splits right there as well. Nice, lovely work on the static holds. Got a nice squeezy double twist.
Nice.
And then I think we finish on a double Arabian half here, which is beautiful work.
Yeah.
Now John with a nice 2.5 that's really progressing well. And here's my old floor routine. This floor routine got changed because it was way too hard for me for the time being, but hopefully one day it gets better. Nice 3.5, just on that skiddy mat, just over rotating. V-sit. Beautiful. And we go over to these forward rolls. Perfect. Double twist punch and a beautiful 2.5 layout right here. And double twist. As you can see, this routine is still going after 4 minutes of tumbling. We got Sam with a nice 2.5 in slow motion.
Does he land it? Probably not.
Yes.
Oh!
Hand and touch. Perfect.
Do the triple.
John back here with a nice double front, stoid. Lovely. John again with a front double twist as well. That's awesome work. Nice multis. Sam on strong. Sam on rings. Getting strong on wrong.
Oh, go back?
Go back, G.
No,
Go back. It's a recording. Rings has been going really, really well recently as well. I'll pass you over to John, who's going to do a bit of recording. Thanks.
Yeah, the boys have been doing amazingly with the build-up.
Come on, Sam. Dig deep.
Been looking into their code a bit more, and that's what Will was talking about earlier about some of their routines having changed slightly before they're going away to the World Cups. And yeah, seen a few of those today. They'll be out next week, but they're looking really good. Logan here with a double out full off high bar that's coming along, and Will working on his back giants.
Oh, nice double.
Logan working the floor, layout punch double pike. That was some impressive stuff from Logan that he's been doing this week. A bit of vault, good stuff from the boys. I think both of them will be competing vault at some point while they're overseas, so good to see them working out real hard.
In the pantry, which is just so good for my health right now.
Any ham.
Pete working the stutz.
Beautiful, less dished on the rings.
You know, and leave the thing of ham upstairs in the kitchen.
Sam ate it. Oh,
Will's really been cranking the dismounts. A bit of a crazy one there, but
nice inlocates from John.
really terrible inlocates there. Sam with a nice handspring double front on the vault. John with the stutz. He's been putting that's me, putting them on the bars in the middle recently. Will here, almost catching the handstand, couldn't quite fight it back up.
Sam.
Will with the dismounts off P-bars, been looking really good as well. Pete's starting to work the Gaylord taps on high bar. Pete's a big guy, so this would be quite a skill for him to get really impressive. Good to see him working it. And here's John with some more catch-evs. Nice push away in the straddle. Will working some of the stuff from this new routine. And lots of the boys have been working some pike catch-ev as well. That's really good. Nice from Sam. Thanks for watching, boys and girls.